Good evening and welcome all the guys and girls of class 11th. Today we are going to solve the same chapter, some basic concepts of chemistry. We are continuing from question number 14. It is a competition file which I am making for you people, and my aim is to clear the topic upon you as much as I can do. So see here, question number 14. The empirical formula of a compound is CS2O. Its molecular weight is 180. The molecular formula of the compound is, see guys here, first of all we have to find out the empirical mass, and when you will calculate empirical mass, you see the formula is what? CH2O. Accordingly, carbon has 12, one atom is here, hydrogen has the mass of 1 and it has 2 atoms, and oxygen has the mass 16 into 1 atom here. When you solve it, then 12 and plus 2 plus 16, you solve it, 6 2, so here it is going to be 30, I think so. 30 grams. Now we want to find out N. The value of N is calculated by the formula molecular weight divided by empirical weight. Here see, molecular weight is given to be 180, that is given, and empirical weight we have calculated to 30. Now it is cancelable by 6. Now see the relation here. Molecular formula. How to calculate molecular formula? This thing should be known to you. The molecular formula is equal to empirical formula into N. Then what was empirical formula? Empirical formula was given to be CS2, and what we have got as N? 6. Now multiply this by 6, then here C6 S12 O6. This is what we are going to get, and this is what? This compound is called glucose. So thus question number 14 is over. Now see question number 15, this one. The equivalent weight of phosphoric acid S3PO4 in the reaction. Here see the reaction is given NaOH plus S3PO4 NaS2PO4 plus S2O. First of all, we should write down the formula of equivalent weight. Equivalent weight of acid is equal to what? Molecular weight divided by basicity. So here one term is appearing, that is your basicity. What is basicity of an acid? The basicity of an acid is defined as the number of displaceable hydrogen atoms present in the acid. So if we see in the reaction, only one hydrogen is displaced. You see here, one hydrogen is displaced. That's why what we are going to see, S2 is formed. Okay, here S2 is already present. So how to calculate the equivalent weight of the acid? Then equivalent weight of the acid will be mass of what? S3PO4 divided by basicity. In the reaction, here the basicity, the hydrogen, the number of hydrogen which is displaced is 1. So we'll write here 1. And now mass of S3PO4 we can calculate S3PO4. Here it is 3, here it is 31, and here it is 64. Now add them. Then 3 1 4 and 4 8 and 6 3 9 98 divided by 1. What we are going to get? 98. This is the equivalent weight of the acid which is asked in question number 15. Now coming to question number 16. See question number 16 here. Which of the following equations does not obey law of conservation of mass? See here. The chemical equations should be balanced so as to follow the law of conservation of mass. If a chemical equation is not balanced, it means that it is not following the law of conservation of mass. Here see, here hydrogen is 4, oxygen is 2. And what is going to be made here? Twice as 2, hydrogen is 4 and oxygen is 2 here. Here hydrogen is 2 and here hydrogen is 4. It means that in equation B, which is not balanced, does not follow the law of conservation of mass. Here 2H plus O2. What we are going to get? We are going to get S2O. Only one oxygen is here. That's why the law of conservation of mass is not observed in option B and option C. So we'll write here as the answer for 16 B and C. This will be our answer. Now going to see question number 13. The weight of one molecule of a compound C60H122. Here see C60H122. First of all, we'll need to calculate the molar mass of this compound. Then molar mass can be calculated by what? C60 means 12 into 60 plus 1 into 122. What is coming, you see? 12 6 are 72. Now 720 plus 1 2 2. Add them, what we are going to get? 2 and 4 and here 8. 842 grams. That is what? That is your molar mass of the of this compound. When we want to find out the mass of one atom, then what is the meaning of molar mass? Molar mass means what? First of all, we should understand molar mass. Molar mass is the mass of, see here, is the mass of 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Especially here in this case molecules, in other case it may be atom, it may be ions. So if we want to find out the molar the mass of one atom, then one atom, how we can get this thing? Then 842 grams divided by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. That will be the mass of one molecule of this thing. Okay. Now coming to question number here. Question number 18. See, question number 18. Question number 18 says that here the specific heat of a metal is 0.16. Its approximate atomic weight will be. See here, one formula is utilized here. What is that formula? The atomic mass into specific heat. Atomic mass into here it is given specific heat is given to be 0.16 will be equal to 6.4. This formula should be known to you. If you know this formula, you can do this question very easily. Here see, atomic mass into 0.16, that is specific heat of the atom, is always equal to 6.4. Then we can find out the atomic mass by this way. What that will be? 6.4 divided by 0.16. Now we are trying to balance the decimal fractions. Then here it is cancelable. Okay, and here 40. Then what we are going to guess? Atomic mass of the atom will be 40 grams approximately because a specific heat is determined with the help of experiment. There may be some error in the experiment. That's why the value whatever we are getting is what is the approximate value. See question number 19. 12 gram of alkaline earth metals give 14.8 gram of its nitride. Atomic weight of the metal is. Now see question here. M here. What is question number here 19. 12 gram of an alkaline earth metal. Here if it is written alkaline earth metal, it means that the valency will be what? Valency will be always 2, and the formula of nitride will be what? M3N2. That will be the formula of the nitride. Is clear? Now see, 12 gram of alkaline metal, earth metal gives 14.8 gram of nitride. Now, first of all, we have to calculate the molar mass of this quantity. That is question number 19. Find out the molar mass of this thing. Then molar mass here, this is not known to us. So we'll write here 3x and plus 14 into 2. Then what we are going to get here 3x plus 28. This is what the molar mass is. Now we can do the calculation with the help of the given data. See what when these 3x plus 28 grams contains how much weight you see in metal. The metal here is your 3x. So in one, what it should be? 3x divided by 3x plus 28, and so for the given data 12, what it should be? Here we will multiply it by 12. Then see, actually I think I have reversed the equation, that's why it is not good. Now see, okay, then here you are going to 12, and now this value is equal to, now see, 3x divided by 3x plus what is coming here, 28 is equal to, now the value is given here, 14 point what, 14.8. that is what we have got here, and here divided in here into multiplied by 12. If you solve this equation for x, now solve it for x, and you will get the value of molar mass of the alkyne metal. Now see, question number 20. See, this question is looking to be quite interesting. Percentage of selenium, that is atomic mass is here. Selenium's atomic mass is represented by A, that is here 78.4. okay, 78.4 in peroxidase and anhydrase enzyme is 0.5% by weight. Then minimum molecular mass of peroxidase anhydrase enzyme is, see here, the question has big clue, that is minimum mass is demanded here. Minimum mass, whenever minimum mass is talked, then at least one atom of selenium must be present in the compound. Selenium must be present in the compound. Now see, here we are utilizing a very normal mathematics, that suppose the weight, the minimum weight, suppose the minimum weight is how much? Minimum weight is x. Then here x into 0.5% will be equal to how much? Its atomic mass, that is 78.4. Now change this percentage, then x into 0.5 divided by 100. Now remove the point, then here 10 will come, and here it is 78.4. Now do the calculation, then 78,400, that will the final thing here, divided by 5 will be the molar mass of the compound. You can calculate here, you have to do a simple division here. Okay, I can do the division also, just multiply it by 2 and here multiply it by 2, then it will make 10, then here this 0 will be cancelled, and after that when you multiply, what you are going to get? 0, and here 8, 16, and here 15, that will be the molar mass of the compound. Okay, now see, we are coming to question number 21. See what the question number 21 says to us. What is the molarity of H2SO4 solution that has the density 1.84 gram per cc, 35 degrees centigrade, and contains 98% by weight? See, how to make these kind of questions. First of all, let us suppose the total mass. Suppose the mass of solution to be how much? To be 100 gram. Why we are supposing here 100? Because the value is given in what? The value is given in percentage. Whenever the value is given in percentage, we are bound to take the total amount to be 100. Then here H2SO4 will be how much? H2SO4 will be your 98 grams. And what will be the water? The water will be how much? Water will be your 2 grams. Okay, that is what we are going to get here. Water will be 2 grams. Now, here it is given that has a density of 1.48. Here we will utilize this data. Density is equal to, is known to you. Density is equal to what? Mass upon volume, that is known to you. We want to calculate here volume, then volume will be calculated by mass upon density. Mass is given to you. What mass is given to you? It is 98 here, and density is given how much? 1.84. 0.84. In that way, we will get the value, this value in cc. Okay, so the volume will come in cc here, and now we want to contain what contains 90. What is the molarity? We want to calculate molarity. Then molarity will be calculated by number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of the solution. So here n will be how much? Given mass divided by molar mass. Given mass divided by molar mass. Okay. So when you calculate the molar mass of H2SO4, then what you are going to get? 2 plus 32 plus 16 into 4. When you sum it, you will get it 98 grams. Then here the value of N is coming to be how much? 98 divided by 98. Means we are going to get 1 mole is present. Under this condition, we will find molarity will be number of moles of solute, that is 1, and here the volume we have got how much? 98 into 1.84 divided by 1000, so that it can change into liter. Then what things will come here? Molarity will be 1000 divided by 98 into 1.84. When you solve this thing, you will get the answer. Okay, now coming to question number question number here 25, 24. These all are very I think normal things. See question number 24. There is no repetition here. The compound which does not exist as hydrate ion is, you have to find the compound which does not exist as hydrate ion. So how hydrate ions are formed? Hydrate ions are formed simply by the polarizing capacity of ion. Polarizing capacity of the ion. Polarizing capacity of the ion. So see, of the ion, and polarizing capacity P is equal to Q upon R. Here Q is what? Q is your charge, and R is what? R is your ionic radius. Ionic radius. So see here, the polarizing capacity here will be minimum for sodium chloride because it has the charge +1 and radius is also big. So we can say that sodium chloride is not hydrated. Not hydrated. Why it is not hydrated? The reason is very clear, that the polarizing capacity, that is P, is very small. V is very small. So okay, we have seen 24. Now this time to see the question number 26. See question number 26. The number of grams in 52 gram of helium is, say, the number of atoms in 52 gram of helium, that is what we have to calculate. So first of all, we have to calculate N, that is number of moles. Number of moles is what? Given mass divided by molar mass. Given mass divided by molar mass. So here given mass is how much? 52, and molar mass of helium is how much? 4. Then what we are going to get? 13. That is the number of moles. And we will use here one relation. 1 mole is equivalent to how much atoms? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of helium. Okay, so 13 will be how much? You have to multiply Avogadro number by 13. 13 into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms. When you calculate this thing, you will get the answer. Now see, we are going to see thereafter see question number 29. It is somewhat interesting question. 10 ml of liquid carbon disulfide, specific gravity is given here, is burnt in oxygen. Find the volume of the resulting gases measured at STP. So first of all, you should burn this thing, sulfur carbon disulfide. See here, carbon disulfide is burnt. So when it is burnt, then oxygen, now do the balance the equation, carbon dioxide plus sulfur dioxide. So here we are putting 2 so that it can be balanced. So what is coming here? 4, and here 2, that is 6, 3 O2. Under this condition, you see 1 mole is working here. So 1 mole of a gas, 1 mole means what? 1 m 1000. What? 1 m 1000 ml. ठीक है. 1 m 1000 ml means what? 1 mole is present in 1000 ml. That should be the case. But here something is given. 29. The specific gravity is 2.63. That is the specific gravity is given. So we can calculate the molar mass, the mass of the substance, that mass of CS2. Mass can be calculated by what way? Here specific gravity is 2.63 into 1000. When you multiply it, what we are going to get? 263, and here 10 will be there, grams. That is what we are going to get here. So here what, if we do the calculation, first of all we have to find out the volume of this quantity. Okay, so volume of this quantity should be got. Specific gravity is given here. 1 mole is equal to this much. Let us try to see here. First of all we have to calculate n. So value of number of moles, n, will be equal to how much? 2630 divided by molar mass, that is carbon disulfide. 12 plus 32 into 2, then 12 plus what is coming here? 64, then it will be 6, and here 76. You multiply it by 76, then you will get the number of moles here. When number of moles you will get, this is in what? In 1000 ml. So in 10 ml how much will be there? In 10 ml we have to find out the number of moles. 2630, 76, and here 1000 will be down, and here 10. In that way we can calculate the amount. Okay, so here we should use the relations. And what the relation is there? Since 76 grams produces how much gas? 76 gram will produce here. Yeah, if you are talking about carbon dioxide and this thing also, then together the volume will be how much? 3 into 20, 2.4 liter. That is the volume here. So in 1 gram how much it will produce? Divided by 76, and here for this much quantity 26307600, then we have to multiply it by this quantity 2630 divided by 7600. Whatever answer will come, that will be your answer. Okay, so we are now going to see another question here. If similar questions are present here, so I think guys you can do it, and we have done a lot in doing the calculation of our moles. Thank you guys, thank you a lot.